Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me here on my channel. I have a really fun project for you to make for the weekend, or just another way if you wanted to make a pocket insert to add some of your note cards or file tab note cards, photos, tags. Just another fun little idea that if you would like to make another pocket insert idea. And I called it a flip cover pocket insert, and I made them in two sizes. This one here is a sort of a taller size, but the width is the same as the smaller size. So this one here, you can see one is a little bit taller and this one's a little bit shorter. So I made them in two sizes. With the shorter one, I made it with a coordinating library pocket. So then you can have this pocket to add your ephemera pieces, tags, or whatever you like to add in here. And then this would make a great little gift idea as well for a Happy Mail gift. It's also nice and flat, so you can send it as a flat mail. And then this one here is the larger size, so it didn't come with a coordinating library pocket, but you can make one if you wanted to coordinate one with your folder, and I'll give you the size for the library pocket when we do the tutorial. So I don't know if I mentioned it, but I called it a flip cover pocket insert, and I just wanted to give it a go, and I was quite happy with how it turned out. So I'm going to show you the inside of the larger one and then the shorter one, and we can go ahead and do the easy step-by-step tutorial. And so I didn't do anything to the front, but this is the flip cover flip part, and then it opens up and there is a side pocket here, and then I just place a little mini file tab note card, and this is a cut apart from a 2x2 paper, but I'll give you the I'll show you the paper pad that I used to make the folder as well shortly, in case you wanted to know what paper I used. And they just slide in here. There is also a front pocket here as well, and I've placed a couple of tags that I just made myself to fit inside the pocket. They are double-sided papers, but you can use any of your paper scraps to create some tags, or you can cut a long piece of paper to create a spot for some journaling. And so that's that part. And then on the back here is another side pocket, and then I just cut the paper to fit inside the side pocket here, and then use a piece of scrap paper to create like a file tab, and I just fold that in half and place it on the side. And this would make a great photo mat as well. You can add a photo to the back and the front, or you can add a photo to one side and then document the photo on the back. So you can make a few of these and maybe make 2 or 3 to make them as photo mats, and you can slide them in the back of your pocket here, and then you can gift one of these to a friend or a crafty friend if you wanted to send some photos or whatever you like. And there's also another spot here where you could embellish it, or you can write on here, add a photo, add another little pocket, which I'll show you in this one here. But what's great about this flip cover pocket, I didn't waste any of the papers that we cut out, so everything got used to make for the pocket folder. And this is a smaller one, and this one came with the coordinating library pocket, and then I just use a crochet string to create as a closure. And then I did use the little piece of paper that came with it to create the little tab, so I could add the string. I think I must have done this a little bit. What I'll do is I'll just take it out this way and try and see if I could. I must have wound it the wrong way. Sorry about that. I will get there. All right. I just wanted to get this out so we can open the folder. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is how it looks. Again, it's a nice and flat folder, which will make a perfect flat mail. So it's the same thing. It has that flip cover part, and over here I did create a little tuck pocket, whereas I didn't do it for here. And I'm also going to show you the 2 ways you could open this up as well. So there is your little extra little pocket in the front here where I'll place the tag. This is the other side pocket and the front pocket, which is the same as the other one I showed you, just a little bit shorter. And then I just cut out a paper double-sided and corner around the corners to create a note card. Again, this would be great as a photo mat as well, or a journaling spot to write some notes. And I just had a single-sided scrap paper where I just cut it out and fold it in half so that it could fit in here, just to show you just some of the things you can fit in here. And then this is the back pocket. And I did the same thing and added some scrap paper to create a little pull tab or a file tab, and it places in there. So this is the little extra pocket where this one didn't have one. And the other way you could open your flip cover pocket, you can have it this way. So you could have your back part coming out from the top, and you could open it this way, and then have your bits and pieces open from the top and this one from the side. So that's a great way with this fun little pocket folder. So you can have it that way or that way, and that's the same with this one. You can have it pulled up that way, or you can have it one that way, and then this one on the side, and then this one coming up at the top. Isn't this a fun little pocket idea? I love this. I don't know what it is, but I love making folders with all these little extra pockets and little tuck spots and little hidden places. I just think they're fun to make. And then this is the coordinating library pocket. And I'm also going to show you 3 different ways you could use this extra piece of paper if you don't want to make a library pocket. So I'll show you the other ways you could play around with this piece. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to make the 2 sizes. I'll make this size first, and then we'll do this one in case you want the smaller one. So for the longer size, or before I do that, I'll just show you the the papers I used to make these 2, and I think also for the tutorial, is the 12 by 12 double-sided papers by Die Cuts with a View, and it's the Perfectly Splendid paper collection. And if you're in Australia, I did purchase this from Spotlight here in Sydney, so I think they still have these in stock. They're lovely warm colours in the prints, like lots of browns, just lovely sort of warm wintry autumn colours. So it's a lovely 12 by 12 paper pad. So we'll go ahead, let me just grab all my stuff to get it together. So to make the large one, you want to cut your paper at 6 by 12 inches. And if you're using the 12 by 12 paper, you can make 2 of these. So you can make one for yourself and one for your crafty friend, if you would like to make one for your crafty friend. So you can see I've got this is the other half of the 6 by 12 paper that I cut. So this is the other one. So I'm going to use the other one to make the tutorial. So 12 by 12 paper, just cut it in half at 6 by 12 inches. Or if you have one paper, just cut that at 6 by 12. And what we're going to do, just decide which part you want showing as your pocket for this part here. And in that case, I'm gonna go the opposite. Actually, shall I go the opposite? I will go the opposite to this one. So I'm going to have this part as the pocket part showing. So you want to have this part facing down. So on the 6-inch side, so we're going to line it on the 6-inch side. We're going to score at 2.5 inches all the way down. 2.5 inches all the way down. And then we're going to turn the paper clockwise so that score line is, yeah, so we're going to go this way. And then on the 12-inch side, we are going to score at 1 3/4 of an inch. 1 3/4 of an inch. And 6 7/8 of an inch. So 6 7/8 of an inch is a little green mark just before the 7 inches. And I'll put all the measurements down below. as well for you. So that's all the scoring for this one. Okay, so now what we're going to do here, we scored that score line at 2.5 inches here. We're going to remove this panel here. So let's cut along this score line and cut up there, and we're going to remove this piece. And then we'll put that to the side for now. And then along the bottom here, you have another little square piece here. We're also going to remove this piece. So we're going to cut along that score line and this one, and we'll remove that. We'll also put this to the side and keep that as well. So I'll put that there. So this is how your paper will look now. What we'll do now, we're going to bring this piece and we're going to fold this to the front. 1 second. No, stop that. Stop that. Okay, so I'm just going to fold this down. And now once that's folded, what we're going to do here, we are going to cut up and stop at that score line, but you want it to line it with this edge of the paper that we folded over. So we're just going to cut up to that score line in line with that as best you can. I mean, you can use a ruler and grab a pencil if you wanted to have a guide, but I'm just going to go like that up to there and then cut along there, and we're going to remove this piece. Just like that. So we'll also keep this piece to the side. So we've got these 3 extra pieces. We're going to use them in a minute. So now you have this all done. We're going to bring this up now and fold this up. Now, because we hand-free cut that, if it doesn't line up and you're not happy, you can just try and tidy that up if you want to. And then my one here sticking out here at the back, I'm just going to tidy this up as well, just to get it all nice and in line. So now we've got that part done. We're going to grab this piece here and we're going to fold this back, and that should all line up. If it doesn't line up, you can always just trim those little extra pieces that are sticking out. So there we have your pockets all done. So you'll have this pocket here, you're going to have this part here, and then you're going to have this one. So I'll just take it all out just in case you wanted to have a look again. So fold that in, fold that up, and that one goes back. So what we'll do next, we're going to grab this piece just so I can show you how it's going to look, and then we'll glue everything together. This piece here is the piece that's going to go in the front to create your flip cover. So I'm going to have it this way because the pattern's this way. So that's going to go on like that. So this part here on the right, we're going to fold this in just a little bit. So I'm just going to fold this in, I would say just a little bit. I'm not even sure, maybe it's just under 1/4 of an inch, or we just want to create a little fold here so that your cover can flip open and close. I'm just gonna, you can use your scoreboard if you want. I'm just gonna fold it as best I can. It's always hard to fold these. All right, so there we have that part folded. So this piece here is actually gonna lift that up, and that's gonna get placed in there, and that's gonna cover up like that. So then that's why we create that little flap so that this can open and close. So what we'll do, let's just cut these little angles. We're going to cut them in like that, and I'm going to cut that in as well. It just helps with the cover to open and close. So I've just done those little angles there. So let's glue the front pockets first. So we're going to open this up, and we're going to add glue just to the top here. And I will link down below what glue I use and where I purchased my glue, which is in Spotlight if you are in Australia. And if you are not in Australia, if you click at the comments below my what glue I use video, most of my subbies will also recommend what glue they use if you're not able to get the glue that I'm using. So that will also help if you wanted to have a look and see what glue they've used on that video. So it's a great way to look at some tips on what glue. So now that part's done, we're going to glue these two ends, and that will give you the little front pocket. You can also, which I should, I did create a thumb notch here. I don't know if you can see that. So if you want to create a thumb notch here, you can do that, which I think I might. I'm just going to it fancies up the pocket a little bit too, so it doesn't look as plain. So I did create that thumb notch, and then now I can just seal that off. That will now give me the front pocket and that side pocket. And before we glue anything else down, let's put the flip cover, and then we're going to glue along the inside of that little part that we made the fold. We are going to open this up, and we're just going to kind of sandwich that in between the folded part, and just get that in, and then just play around with the cover just to see that you're able to open and close it easily. So that's, I'm happy with that. So this should open back up now because we've glued that here. And now what you can do here, we're going to glue down this side and the bottom, and that will give us that back side pocket. Glue there and at the bottom. Bring that over. And this will complete the lip cover pocket. So that part's done. Let me just grab these so you can see. We should now have this side pocket. When you open this up, you should have this pocket and this pocket. And I did create a thumb notch here, which I forgot to do on this one. So you might want to do that first before you glue the side over, which I should have done that, but I'll do that in my next pocket. And then we have these three. Oops, I think there should be one more piece. Where did I put the other one? Oh no, so that piece was done. Then we've got these two pieces left. So with this piece, you could create a tag with this and put a tag and pop it in there like that and create a little tag. Or you could place it here and create a little front pocket and then just trim off this little excess bit, which was like the pocket that I've done here. So you can do that and place that here if you wanted to. So I'm thinking we'll do that. And what I might do, I just feel like I wanted to create that pocket. I'm just going to just open this up. Hopefully I can still create that little thumb notch. And you want to create the thumb notch in the center of this pocket and the center of that. Or you don't have to. You can place it wherever you like actually. But I'm going to have mine sort of in the middle of that. It's just nice to be able to see some more of the pattern of the other side of the paper through there. So I'm going to put that back up now. But what I'll do is I'm going to add this down here and create a little pocket. So I'm going to corner around this corner on the left side just to fancy that up a little bit. And I'm going to glue this down first. So what I'm going to do here, because it's a little bit long, I'll glue it first. So I'm going to glue the back of this. I'm just going to glue the bottom and the side. Actually, let's cut this out first. Might be easier. So I'm going to place it there. I'm just going to turn it this way. So I'm quite happy with that. You can even cut it down more if you don't want it too high. So now I'm just going to turn this around. I'm just going to glue this side and the bottom. So not the side where I had made the corner, punch out the corner, just this side and the bottom here. So now I'm just going to place that here. So I've basically left these two sides unglued. So it just helps with the opening, gives you a bit more of an opening than having to glue all three sides down. It restricts you from putting a few things in there. So it just makes it easier. So that's your extra pocket, and then we have this little piece which I use to create the little notch here. But if you don't want to do that for that, you don't have to. I'm just going to fold that in half long ways, and I'm going to also corner around these corners where I made the fold, also just to tidy up the corners. And then I'm just going to glue that in place in the middle somewhere, or you can do it at the top, wherever you like. And then you can just punch a little hole in the middle for your trim. And it's also makes it more sturdy because it's a double, it's folded in half. So when you punch a hole, it will reinforce the hole so it won't tear through when you add your string. So that is that part done. So that's all there is to the larger size. And I thought that was easy enough and fun to make, hopefully for you as well. So there's your side pocket. There's this one. Then you've got this one over here. And then you also have this one. Or you can have it this way. One. And then a side pocket here, here, and here. All right, so that one's all done. And you can just punch a hole there for your string. So now we'll put that to the side. Now to make this one here with the coordinating library pocket, which I think is really cute and really just a sweet little size to make. Hi, sorry about that. I had to cut the video, but I'm back. And now I'm going to show you the measurements for the smaller size with the coordinating library pocket. I do like this one. I think this is a really cute one. And you could also make two sets of these with 1 12 by 12 paper as well. So that's another great project for you if you want to make one set for yourself and one for a crafty friend. So what you're going to do with this one, you're going to do the same thing. You want to cut your paper at 6 by 12 inches as well. And then you're going to, on the 12-inch side, you're going to line it on the 9-inch mark. And we're going to cut that. So then you'll have two pieces. So you got that. And just before I go on, you can actually make this whole set with 1 12 by 12 paper. So you can make the long one and you can make this as well. So that's another great idea. So now you've got your two pieces. You have one at 6 inches by 9 inches. And then your other piece is 3 inches by 6 inches. So if you want to create a pocket for the larger size, you want to cut a paper at 3 inches by 6 inches. And then I'll show you 3 different ways you could play around with this size. So let's go ahead and make the smaller one. So what we're going to do here, we are going to do the same thing. I'm just going to decide which is going to be my cover for this part of the pocket showing. So in that case, it's this part. So I'm going to turn that around to the bottom and line it on the 6-inch mark. And we're going to score the same, and that is at 2.5 inches. And then we're going to turn it around clockwise on the 9-inch side, and we are going to score at 1 1/4 inch. So it's 1 1/4 inches. and 5 1/8 of an inch, and that is the little green mark just after the 5-inch mark. So we'll score that at 5 1/8 of an inch. So that's all the scoring for that. Actually, yeah, we'll just do that for now. And what we're going to do, we'll do the same thing, and we're going to remove this panel here. So we'll cut along these 2 score lines. And we'll put that to the side like we did with the other one. And this piece down here, we'll also remove that by cutting up on that score line and this one. We're going to fold this piece over to the front. And we will cut up as best you can and lining it up with the edge of the piece that we folded over up to that score line. And then we're just going to remove that by following this score line. Okay. It's just a bit hard for me to see that score line. Just fix that up. And then we'll fold this up to create that little pocket in the front. And then we're going to fold this piece back, and that should also line up. So we've got all of that done. Stop it. So we've got that piece done, and then we'll grab that long piece, and that's going to be the part that we're going to use for the cover. So I'm going to do the same thing and fold over one side just a little bit. So we'll just keep that to the side for now. We'll just have that ready. We'll glue down the pockets now. So we'll open this back up, and we're going to glue the top part here with a little bit of glue. And actually, before I do that, I might create the thumb notch first, which is what I forgot to do. So I'm just going to create a thumb notch right there. So you can do that if you wanted to do that, and then we can glue that down. And I'm also going to do a thumb notch for the bottom, for that little pocket. So and now we can add glue to the 2 sides. And you've got little excess pieces of paper sticking out. You can just trim that off. Okay. And now with this piece, we can then slide this inside here, and it's going to get placed in there to create the flip cover. So a bit of glue to the inside flap. And then just wiggle it around so that you can open and close. And then I'll open this up. And then we just put glue along the side and the bottom. And that will now give you your smaller size flip cover pocket insert. Isn't that just so cute? And then I've got this little piece where you can create a little pocket here in the front, or you could use this as a tag, but I like making that little extra pocket. I think I'm going to do that. So what did I do that one? I might go this way, I think, with this one. I'll go this way. So I'm just going to, I sort of bring it out a little bit away from the fold line, because if you do it too close, you're not going to be able to open and close the cover. So I'm just going to bring it out a little bit there, and I'm going to turn that over and cut that. And then I will corner around one side so I know which side I want not to glue. And then I'm just going to now glue this side and the bottom. So that completes that now. Once that's all glued. And then I have this little piece which I will use for the closure. I mean, you can see I made this folder in this whole video, and how easily it is you can make it. And then you just have fun decorating, embellishing, adding all of your fun stuff that you want to add inside. I mean, that part's the fun part as well, of just trying to add all of your other handmade paper stuff and goodies and tags. And then you'd be surprised at how much you could actually fit in here too. You can even corner around these corners if you like. So much you could do with this. So I might turn it this way. I'm going to go this way. And that's what's great about double-sided paper. You get to have two different patterns on both sides. So that's that done. Isn't that just a wonderful mini interactive style pocket insert? Just love making these. So now we have the 3x6 piece, and so this part here, we're going to make one score line first. So then I'm going to show you the different ways you could use this library style pocket. So I'm just going to see. So on the 6-inch side, you want to score at 3 3/4 of an inch, 3 3/4. And we'll just fold that up. So you fold that up, and then you can create a thumb notch if you wanted to do that first. So let's create a little thumb notch, and try not to go too far down, just a slight little one, just about there, just so I can show you the different ways you can use this. So we are going to corner around this part and this part, and you don't have to create a thumb notch if you don't want to. So what you can do here, this could become your library pocket, and all you need to do is you just need to glue these two sides down, and that will give you your library pocket. And in the other ways, you could then, if you wanted to create it as a little envelope, you've got this part here, you could fold this over, leave a little bit of a space from the opening. So folding it maybe about 1/4 of an inch above the edge of the paper. That way you just got room to be able to open the envelope. So I'm just going to do that. Just free fold it, and there you have yourself a little envelope, and this is all glued down, and then you've got an opening. There is your envelope, and that's why I said to just create a low notch, because if you create the fold, you don't want to go all the way down, and then you're going to see this part punched out. And then the other ways, you can have it this way and create a little ephemera folder and have it open this way, and all you need to do is, instead of gluing both sides, you're only going to glue the one side down here, and that will glue this down, and that will give you a nice opening here to add your ephemera pieces or die cuts or stickers, postage stamps. And then you can punch a hole here and then create this as a little pocket folder. So there are the 3 ways you can make this little extra piece to coordinate with the smaller flip cover insert. So I hope you had fun watching me do this tutorial, and I hope you also give this a go, because I think this is a fun, simple little project that you could make. And you can see I made both of these in no time. So I hope you enjoyed this video and tutorial, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.